and also the superset of the values of Yama and Niyama by Patanjali. What are the values of Yama and Niyama? Somebody can tell me how many are there and what are they? Can you give me a list? Yeah, give me the list of Yama Niyama.
There are 8, sir.
8 or 10?
Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayama, Pratyahar.
I'm not asking how many Ashtangas. What are Yama? Inside Yama Niyama?
Sir, can I tell?
Yes.
Yamaniyamas, Rigveda. Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Brahmacharya, and Aparigraha. Niyama
Okay.
is Saucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, and Ishkara Pranidhana.
Ishvara Pranidhana.
Ishvara Pranidhana.
Yeah, I expected you people to be more knowledgeable than this. So, because Yama Niyamas are the first 2 steps of the Ashtanga Yoga. The lady who answered is giving the what are the Ashtangas? Yama Niyama Asana Pranayama Pratyahara Dharana Dhyana Samadhayo Ashtavangani. That is fine. But among the 8 Angas, the first 2 are Yama and Niyama. So these Yama Niyama are containing these 10 values. So Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Asteya, Parigraha, Shauch, Santosh, Tapas, Svadhyaya, Isvara, Pranidhana, which are included in this 26 divine values given in this 16th chapter. That's the point I am trying to make. Is that clear? So now similarly, Manu has given 10 values as dharma definition. Dhrutik, Kshama, Damas, Shaucham, Asteyo, Indre, Nigraha, Dhir, Vidya, Satyam, Akrodho, Dashakam, Dharma, Lakshanam. Dhruti, Kshama, Dama, Shaucham, Asteya, Indre, Nigraha, Dhir, Vidya, Satyam, Akrodha, Dashakam, Dharma, Lakshanam. So those 10 are also here. So in English, we can have a beautiful poem by Swami Shivananda of Divine Life Society. It's called 18 Itis. Serenity, regularity, absence of vanity, simplicity, sincerity, simplicity, veracity, equanimity, fixity, non-irritability, adaptability, humility, tenacity, integrity, nobility, magnanimity, charity, generosity, purity. Practice daily these 18 itis. You will soon attain immortality. You will abide in infinity and eternity. You cannot learn this in a university. This is the poem called 18 itis. So these positive qualities in our Dharma Yoga project, we have done research in all scriptures of the world. And we found the same things are being told there also, either 10 or 15 or 12 or 18 or 16, whatever it is, in every scripture of every religion in the world, surprisingly. So that is therefore, the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is a superset list of all the good qualities in all religions. And even those who don't believe in God will have to accept these qualities because they are very beautiful qualities. Ahimsa. Come on, tell all of you.
Ahimsa,
Satyam,
Satyam,
Akrodha,
Akrodha,
Tyagaha,
Yaga,
Shanti,
Santihi,
Apaisunam,
Apaisunam,
Daya,
Daya, Bhuteshva,
Aloluptvam,
Alolupvam,
Mardavam,
Mardvam,
Tri,
Gri,
Achapalam.
Achapalam.
First is Ahimsa. Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. Ahimsa is the greatest of all dharmas. And Ahimsa is the foundational principle of Yamaniyamas and also in all religions. In Jainism, Ahimsa is taken to the extreme level that even by speaking, the air of your mouth is destroying bacteria. So they'll close your mouth like this. And similarly, Satyam. Satya is fundamental truth. The whole universe is held up by truth. Akrodha, non-anger. Ahimsa and non-anger are related. Tyagaha, tyaga is sacrifice for others. Shantihi, peace. Everybody wants peace. Sukham and Shanti. Apayishunam, pisunata lekunda undatam. Pisunata ante what is pisunata? Can anybody tell? Pararanధ్ర ప్రకటీకరణ స్వభావం. పరుల యొక్క రంధ్రములను ప్రకటించుట అంటే బ్యాక్ బైటింగ్ అబౌట్ అదర్స్. I think you all know what it is. The most common activity for every gossip. अरे उन्हों ऐसा करा, ऐसा है, उन्हों वैसा है, ये बोला, उन्हों वो बोला, ये ऐसा नहीं, ये ऐसा है. All gossiping is about others, that to their faults. So this is called pisunata. Apayisunam is not doing that. Daya, bhutesh. Daya means compassion. On whom? Bhutesh, all beings. How to be compassionate to all beings. Aloluptvam, non-dependence, non-addiction, non-slave, like, drinking, smoking, drugs, all these are addictions. You are a slave for those addictions. So how to be not a slave for them? Mardavam, softness, mruduta. You have to be soft in your speech. I know a lot of people, maybe including myself, who speak very harshly. I know many situations where only those who speak softly will win over. If you speak harshly, people will hate you. They will go away. They will attack you. They will target you and they want to take vengeance on you. For no reason or right. Just because you are being harsh. And there is no need to be harsh. You have to be extremely soft. Mardavam. It's a divine quality. All these are divine qualities. That means those who want to be divine, Daivi Sampat. If you want to be the opposite, Rakshas type of behavior, that also is given. The list is given later. And some people say, no, Rakshas are also good. You cannot say Rakshas are good. If you say Rakshas are good, then Duryodhana, Ravana, everybody should have been good. And then they should have been only Rakshas Raj and not Ramaraj or Daivi Raj. So Rakshas is never good. Then why is it that it is mentioned? Because it is there. Those qualities are coming. They are coming due to Tamoguna and Rajoguna. We have already discussed this. So the positive qualities is what is to be imbibed. You want to have negative qualities or positive qualities. You don't want to be a beggar. You don't want to be a killer. You don't want to be a criminal. You don't want to be a terrorist. You don't want to be a cheat. You don't want to be a looter. So you want to be good. You want to be great. You want to be having good reputation. So those good qualities are given by the Daivi Sampat, which we are reading now. Teja Kshama Dhruti Shaucham.
Teja Kshama Dhruti Saucham.
Adroho Nabhimanita.
Adroho Natimanita.
Avanti Sampadam Daivim.
Avanti Sampadam Daivim.
Abhijatasya pa Bharata.
Abhijatasya Bharata.
O Bharata means who? O Arjuna. Abhijatasya ante puttinavadiki. Jataha ante puttinavadu. Jatakam ante puttadam. Jatam ante puttinavadu. Abhijata baga puttinavadiki లక్షణాలు ఏంటి? బాగా పుట్టినవాడి లక్షణాలు ఇవి. ఈ ఇందాక చెప్పిన 3 శ్లోకాల్లో. Once again I am going to read. Abhayam sattva samshuddhi jnana yoga vyavasthiti danam damascha yajñascha swadhyayastapa arjavam ahimsa satyam akrodha tyagakshantirapayishunam daya bhuteshvaloluptvam mardavam hrirachapalam tejakshama dhrutis shaucham adroho nabhimanita bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata. All of you read without opening the mics. 3 times we will read these 3 slokas right from the beginning. Start. Abhayam sattva samshuddhihi jnana yoga vyavasthitihi danam damascha yajñascha swadhyaya tapa arjavam ahimsa satyam akrodha tyaga kshantirapaisunam daya bhuteshu aloluptvam mardavam hrirachapalam tejakshama dhriti shaucham adroho nabhimanita bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata. Once again I will read, all of you read together right from the beginning. Abhayam sattva samshuddhihi jnana yoga vyavasthitihi danam damascha yajñascha swadhyayah tapa arjavam ahimsa satyam akrodha tyagakshantirapaisunam daya bhuteshvaloluptvam mardavam hrirachapalam tejakshama shaucham adroho nabhimanita avanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata. Once again I will explain. Abhayam, fearlessness. Please remember that fear is the worst of all emotions. If you live with fear, क्या होगा, कोरोना क्या होगा, ये क्या होगा, मैं क्या होगा, उसका क्या होगा, मेरा जॉब क्या होगा, मैं दुनिया क्या होगा, मैं मर जाता हूँ क्या, ऐसा डरते रहेंगे. The fear of death or fear of life, fear of employment, fear of some boss or fear of some rakshas, fear of some problem, coronavirus. If you live in fear of coronavirus all your life, it is not worth living that life. First you have to be fearless. Even today, first you have to be fearless, very confident. No, coronavirus will be controlled, it will be overcome, and we will have normal life, we will have good quality of life. Once again, that confidence should be there, fearlessness. Then sattva samshuddhihi. You should have sattva as your main strength. If you are having rajas and tamas as your main strength, then you will be in deep trouble. You will create trouble to others and others will create trouble to you. Because a rajasic or violent person, if he starts hurting others, others will not keep quiet. They will hurt again back. So similarly, a tamasic person who is useless, who is like a donkey or a pig or a buffalo, always doing nothing and sleeping or being sleepy and idling. Nirvyaparatvam, doing nothing, idling, is the worst of all qualities. Such a person will be a total failure in his life. So sattva is the best. Neither tamas is the best nor rajas is the best. But of course, tamas and rajas will come. You will feel sleepy, you will feel lazy, you will feel angry, you will feel dynamic. All that will come by nature because they are there in nature. But you have to maintain sattva. Sattva also will come by itself. But it is more important to cultivate sattva and grow sattva. Because all those people who become angry and shout at father, mother, or wife, or children, or friends, they will not achieve anything good. Because if you shout at somebody, if you abuse somebody, that person is going to retaliate. He will retaliate in double scale. If you shout one, he will shout 2 times. If you say one bad word, he will say 2 bad words. So it is better not to say. So you have to be very calm and quiet, and that is essential for successful living, happy living in this world. Of course, there are people who do such things. There are terrorists, there are fighters, there are gundas. That does not mean you also become a gunda. There are somebody else who will control them. Police are there, army is there, God is there to control gundas, criminals, and all such terrorists and all. You can't go and control them. It is not possible. You control your own emotions first. In fact, the word jihad is also misinterpreted. I am given to understand the actual meaning of the word jihad is to fight your own emotions, not to fight with others. So, damaha, that is self-control. Dhanam, is charity is very important. You have to go on giving to others. If you don't give to others and keep everything to yourself, you are a bloody kanjus Marwadi. I don't say Marwadi. You are a kanjus person and you are going to hurt yourself and others. Because a person who accumulates a lot of things is only hurting others and hurting himself. He has to give to others. Whatever you want, you take. And beyond that, you have to give. In fact, our Sanatana Dharma principle of business, for those in business, it's very important to understand, is that only 30% is to be kept for your own enjoyment. That is the principle of Dharma. 20% you have to give to tax, to government, and remaining 30% you have to give it to social welfare, charity. Only then that money will have some meaning and some worth. And Swadhyaya, Yajna and Swadhyaya. Yajna we have discussed already in 4th chapter. We have the Dravya Yajna, Agnihotra and other Yajna, Somayaga and so on. Yeah, Yajurveda is describing those things in a big way. And then we have Tapo Yajna, Yoga Yajna. Practicing yoga is a yajna. Practicing pranayama is a yajna. Apane juhpati pranam pranayapanam tata pare pranapana gati rudva pranayama parayana. That is a yajna by itself. And Japa Yajna, Dhyana Yajna and Jnana Yajna. What we are doing now is Jnana Yajna. Spreading Jnana. Ahimsa, we have already discussed. Under no circumstances you shall hurt yourself and your people around you. If you hurt people around you, it is as good as hurting yourself. If you hurt yourself, others also will get hurt. If you hurt others, you are also getting hurt. Why? Because you love your son, you love your daughter, you love your father, you love your mother, and you love your wife so much. If you hurt them, it is nothing but hurting yourself. So ahimsa paramo dharma. Of course, in a war, ahimsa cannot be practiced because those who go to the war, they have already decided that they are going to indulge in a war. So they have gone for a particular purpose. Some people tell me, well, will you practice ahimsa in a war when the enemy is coming and attacking you? If you are going to be a practitioner of ahimsa, first of all, you will not be there in the war. You will be in your house doing meditation. So those who fight a war, they have made a choice. They took a decision to go and fight. They indulge in violence, and that also has some rules. Like Mahabharata war, you cannot fight after the sunset, and you cannot hurt a person who is armless or who has no chariot or who is weak or who is child or who is, you can fight with only one person and not with many. Many persons cannot hurt one person. Like Abhimanyu's case was illegal. So all these things are there. Though ahimsa is a general dharma, ahimsa paramo dharma, there are what are called the local dharmas and contextual dharmas. Like a war dharma is different. Coronavirus situation dharma is different. And suppose a mother is beating the child for the sake of upbringing in the right direction. That is not considered as violence. Even if a teacher punishes a student to bring that student into the correct direction, that is not considered as violence. That is considered as desirable dharma. So similarly, if king punishes criminals or terrorists in prisons or other things, it's not considered as violence or breaking the rule of ahimsa. So the local dharmas are Raja dharma is separate, Yuddha dharma is separate, Guru dharma is separate, all different dharmas are there. The ahimsa is paramo dharma as a general principle. Satya is again universal. Now under no circumstances the truth can be abhorred or broken. In fact, Patanjali says these 5 principles, Satya, Ahimsa, Brahmacharya, Astaya, Aparigraha, they are universal principles of oath. So Mahavratam and any abrogation to those 5 principles will result in a backlash, and that backlash will be endless. Suppose you tell one lie. then you have to tell one more lie to cover up the previous lie. And similarly, if you kill one person, you have to kill one more person to cover up the previous person. And finally, you have to kill yourself. So each one of them is so negative, it will have a backlash, it will have an ananta phala, endless negative result. So under no circumstances, these 5 principles, yamas, that's why they are called yama. Yama means controlling principles. Satya, ahimsa, brahmacharya, asteya, aparigraha. These 5 principles have to be upheld at any cost. And that is why courts, law, police, all are upholding these 5 principles. They are there only for upholding these 5 principles. If you cheat, if you tell a lie, it's a crime. You will be punished. If you hurt others, it's a crime. You will be punished. If you steal, asteya is non-stealing. If you steal, you will be punished. Brahmacharya is either being celibate or after marriage being restricted to your own spouse, not running after other spouses. Even in the Bible, it is mentioned, thou shalt not kill and thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. So if you run behind others' wives, it will amount to adultery and it is a crime and it will be punished by law in all societies. If you steal something, it will be punished by law. And aparigraha is a concept where you go on accumulating beyond your needs just for the sake of accumulating. And that is also a crime. You have to share with others. You have to do charity. And then tyagaha, akrodha tyaga. Krodha, anger is the worst of all things. Of course, there are situations where anger will be justified. Very rarely. Very rarely Krishna got angry. Very rarely Rama got angry. But normally anger is not justified. In our lifestyles, who are very ordinary lifestyle, we are not fighting Mahabharata wars, or we are not fighting any other big war, world wars. We are living a normal life, average people. We don't require wars and we don't require krodha. If you are indulging in krodha due to some anger, due to some causes, you are hurting yourself. In 2nd chapter, he has given detailed explanation how krodhat bhavati sammohaha, you will be hypnotized with anger. Sammoha, smriti vibhramaha, by hypnotism you will forget all that you have learned previously. Memory is lost. Smriti bhramshat, buddhinashaha, by loss of memory you will become, your buddhi will go to dogs. You are not able to distinguish between good and bad. Buddhi nashat pranashyati, then you will be destroyed completely. Either you destroy yourself or others will destroy you as a reaction to your anger. So anger is one of the worst enemies to this human life. Akrodhaha is fundamental daivi sampat. Tyagaha. Tyagam anedi chala goppadi. There's a wonderful statement called na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena, tyagena ekena amrutatva manashuhu. How do you achieve immortality? Not by work, karma, not by money, na dhanena, na prajaya, not by son or children, but only by tyaga, sacrifice. Mother sacrifices a lot for her children. Father also sacrifices. But children who don't realize this, they'll be acting very funny. They will do a lot of rubab and nakra and all that. And even after they grow up, they will not realize how much sacrifice the mother has done and how much sacrifice the father has done. Because the mother has taken the risk of her life and death for delivery. She could have died in delivery. And the father from day one, first minute onwards, mother and father struggle all their life for their children, to upbring their children, to put them in the right path, to make them educated in a very high standard, to make them employed, to get them married. So much pains they'll take. Endless, their whole life is meant only for that. And this is not realized by the children, who are the receivers of the benefits of tyaga of their parents. The children will go on insulting them, abusing them. They want to take revenge on them when they grow up. Some foolish children, when they grow up to adults, they want to take revenge on their parents who have controlled them or punished them in their childhood. What nonsense is this? And there are people who want to punish and take revenge on their gurus who have punished them in their childhood. That's the greatest of stupidities. It should be grateful to the core. In fact, I used to feel that even if I take out my skin and prepare a chappal for my mother, it will not be adequate. So much of, there is what is called matru runam, which can never be satisfied. Pitru runam and rishi runam. Rishi runam is satisfied by doing jnana yajna like this. Whatever knowledge you acquired, when you transmit to others. Matru runam can never be satisfied. Pitrurunam can be satisfied by procreating one more son like you to grow up in the same way to equal level or higher level than his father. That is Pitrurunam. And Gururunam can never be satisfied. So only at the most it can be satisfied partly by teaching to others. Guru always expects his students to teach to others when they grow up and they become gurus. So Tyagaha Shanti. Finally, the objective of all these qualities is Shanti, peace. That's why in every mantra at the end we have Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Why 3 times Shanti? Because there are 3 types of problems. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika and Adi Jatmika. Adi Bhautika are the physical problems. You have a pain, you have a health problem, you have a headache, all these problems. Adi Daivika are natural problems, calamities. Like this coronavirus is Adi Daivika. It is not in anybody's control. Like cyclone, earthquake, or you have this, sunstrokes and heavy rains, floods. All these are Adi Daivika Dukkhas. The second Shanti is aiming at calming down such problems. The third is Adhyatmika problem. That is problems within yourself. Your anger, your lust, your greed, your emotions, your shouting, your being upset, your depression, your fear, all these negative qualities within yourself are your own problems, dukkhas. So Shanti for them is the third Shanti. So first Shanti is for Adi Bhautika, second is for Adi Daivika, third is for Adi Adhyatmika problems. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Apaishunam. This is a very important principle. A lot of people have no other business but to go on backbiting about others. In their absence, they have no courage to tell that person on his face or her face, tum aisa ho. But on the back, they will talk about that person with others. Aisa kiya, no aisa kiya, bahut galeej hai, kharab hai, bad person, ye, wo, all that nonsense. Backbiting. And that is clearly mentioned here. Not doing that is a divine quality. Obviously, doing that is a bad quality. Daya, ultimate compassion. Buddha is, whole of Buddhism is based on daya, compassion to beings, both animals and humans and plants. Bhuteshu, all the things in life. Aloluptam, independence, not being addicted, not being dependent. If you are dependent and addicted and cannot live without something, then you are useless. Your life is useless. A person who is addicted to drugs, a person who is addicted to alcohol, a person addicted to coffee, tea, or addicted to sex, addicted to so many things, addicted to even cheating, addicted to telling lies, addicted to anger, addicted to arrogance. His life is miserable. So, he is telling very clearly, no addiction, no dependence. Alolutvam, mardavam, softness. As I told you, it doesn't cost you anything if you are soft with people. If you smile does not cost a single paisa. If you smile and talk in a smiling, happy, peaceful manner, anudvegakaram vakyam satyam prayahitam dayat. In 17th chapter, we'll get this. What is the tapas in speech? Tapas in speech is to speak without exciting the other person. Anudvegakaram vakyam. And satyam, truth, you have to speak truth. At the same time, you have to speak priyahitam, like a friendly manner. In a very nice manner, you have to speak the truth, however bitter the truth may be. As a friend, you have to tell. As in a soft way, you have to tell. Now, if I am telling the same principles in a very harsh way, I'll take a danda, chalo, karo, nahi to marunga. It will not work. You have to first communicate in a very soft manner, even to children. If you communicate in a soft manner, they will listen, they will understand, they will receive. Even to common people, when I am giving a lecture or you are giving a lecture, you should make sure that the other person is receiving you. If he is not receiving you, your telling is of no use. Your lecture is a waste. When is communication completed? Only when it is received. Then free intelligence. Without intelligence, if you are a fool, then you are a gone case. You are a failure in life. Achapalam, stability. You should have stability. Some people, for example, jobs, they have no stability. Some people do some 25 different jobs. Is it possible? There is no stability. In fact, in every interview, they'll ask you, why did you leave the previous job? Because getting a job itself is a difficult thing. And having got a job, if you are not able to stabilize, if you leave it within a short time and go for another job, and that fellow will ask you, the second fellow will ask you, why did you leave the previous job? So stability in life is very important. Settlement, stability, security, All this have to be planned and achieved. You may say, how will I get it? Everything in this world comes only by planning and implementing. Nothing will come by itself. Some lotteries may come by themselves, but that too because of the past life, adrushtam, luck. But nothing will come by itself. We have to plan. Even this class, we have planned a lot. Future also, we have to plan. There are three things in life you can achieve. If you want to achieve anything, three things you have to be following. First, you should have the clear-cut ambition of target. What is that you want to achieve? ये करना है. That has to be very clearly understood, defined, and written down. And then once you say that, yes, this is my target, or goal, or destination, then you give a plan. Second step, how to reach there from where you are today. If it is feasible or not feasible. If it is feasible, what are the steps? If it is already there, there is no need to plan. If it is not there, what are the steps you take to reach that goal or objective? The third is to implement that plan. If you simply make plans and keep quiet, nothing will happen. You have to implement, you have to execute those plans. Then you will definitely reach that goal. If the planning is correct and if your implementation is correct, then you'll reach the goal, which you have already clearly defined. In fact, most of the people don't even know what they want. Their goal itself is not known, let alone the plan and execution. Teja Kshama, Tejaha, that is being sharp, being very powerful, like Arjuna. Tej, bahut hai, aadmi bahut tej hai. Kshama, like the Yudhishthira, you should have the Kshama guna, forgiveness. Dhrutihi, determination. Pattudala, Pattuvadalani Vikramarkudu, Chettu daggiriki velli, atla. That is a kind of, we went to that spot where this Pattuvadalani Vikramarkudu, Chettu vadala ekkadiki velladu, aa Chettu daggiriki kuda vellocham mem. Ujjain lo undi.
Where is that, sir?
Ujjain. Dhrutihi, Shaucham. Dhruti is determination. Shaucham is purity. Now, Sudhakar Desai, who is attending this class, has performed Laghu Sangha Prakshalana today, shortcut, not the full one. That's why he is able to afford to sit and listen. But immediately he should go to sleep after finishing this class. In fact, even before that, he should have gone to sleep. So, Shaucham, purity, internal purity, purity of intestines can be achieved through Sangha Prakshalana, purity of stomach can be achieved through Gajakarni, or Jaldhoti, purity of nose can be achieved through Jalneti and Sutraneti and ice. And the purity of mind can be achieved by studying Bhagavad Gita and doing Japam, Mantra Japam. Japato Nasti Patakam. Jalasnanam Sakrut for the physical impurities, Jalasnanam Dine Dine, Sakrut Gitam Bhasisnanam, Samsara Malamochanam. The impurities in your mind can be cured by studying Gita. And Adrohaha, non-cheating. This is fundamental. All the greatest failures in the world, like Prithviraj Chauhan's case or even Britishers' case, has all happened due to cheating. Cheating by Malik Kafar or cheating by Jai Chand or cheating by somebody or the other. So this cheating is something very, very bad, and many Indians specialize in cheating. In fact, other countries, people, they hate Indians because of this cheating attitude, which Indians have. Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis. So this cheating attitude should be totally curbed. One has to be straightforward. Gangi gavu palu garitadayanu chalu kadavadayanu karamu palu. Without cheating, if you can earn only small amount that is worth earning, like cow's milk, instead of earning huge amounts of money by cheating, like donkey milk, kadivadayanu karamu palu. So cheating is no good. You cannot cheat your husband or wife because that's the worst of all cheatings. Husband-wife relationship is based on trust. You cannot suppress any facts. You cannot keep any secrets between husband and wife. And you cannot cheat your parents. The parents who have given their whole life for you, who have brought you up and got you married, and then you cheat them and you say, get lost, abandon them, and you shout at them and you fight at them. Yeah, I know a lot of children doing all kinds of things like this. So much so that the Supreme Court passed an order that it is a responsibility of the children to support and look after their parents. If you don't look after your parents, the court will come into picture. Police will come and arrest you. That is the law today. So you have to look after your parents. Looking after means not simply spending money. It is being lovable and affectionate in their old age. Why did they spend all their life in bringing you up? So that in old age, you will support them because you have become mature by then. So it is your born duty to support your parents. And even though parents might have punished you in your childhood, it is only for your own good they have punished you. So there is nobody equal to mother, there is nobody equal to father. Even God comes later. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, then comes teacher, Acharya Devo Bhava. So this Adroho na abhima na atimanita. Atimanita means excessive ego. I am so great. Duryodhana used to think that he is so great that he cannot give even one micron of earth to Pandavas. What happened finally? He destroyed himself and he destroyed his entire 100 brothers and he destroyed the entire community, the entire Vamsha, and lakhs of people were killed in the war. So Atimanita, it is better to feel that you are a small person because it's a fact that in this universe of galaxies of thousands and thousands of stars which are bigger than sun, and sun being the biggest star is the central point for the planetary system in which Earth is one small speck. And on that Earth there are crores and crores of living beings, and among them human beings are only one part. And among human beings you are one of the unknown, unrecognized person sitting in one corner. What is your greatness? You can't say I am supreme and all that. If you say you are supreme, people will laugh at you. In fact, if you say you got this, you got so much money, you got so many properties, that's a big joke. Once I was in Kumbh Mela, and Sadhu was asking people there sitting around him, "Tumhara kya hai is dunya mein?" Can you say this water belongs to you, this air belongs to you, this earth belongs to you, this tree belongs to you? You cannot say anything. So ye shariri tumhara nahi hai. Your body itself doesn't belong to you. Because if you think that your body belongs to you and you want to kill it or you want to hurt it, police will come and put a case on you and take you to the jail. There are rules to handle your own body, let alone others' bodies, let alone other objects. Nothing is yours in this world. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, Ishavasyamidam Sarvam is the first sentence. The whole universe which you see belongs to Lord, not to you. You don't own anything. Even if you have property documents that you own this apartment, that house, this is mud, that's cement and all that, it is of no use because that is only for under certain circumstances. For example, if the government wants to acquire your property, they can acquire any minute. They have the powers to do it. You have nothing to do. You cannot stop it. So if you go to a jungle and say this tree is mine, this lake is mine, you can think whatever you want, but nothing is yours in this world. Finally, what is yours is only that ash. Vibhuti. Because when you know that story of Alexander conquered the whole world and came to India, and when he was returning, 7 rishis were jumping 7 times. Then he was asking, why you are jumping 7 times? He says 7 steps. The 7 steps is the only land required to bury you. You said you have conquered the whole world, whole earth. What for? Because when you die, only 7 steps of land will be required to bury. For cremation, even that is not required. In Hindu law, even the land is not required for a dead body. Kuch nahi hai, tumhara only that bhashma is finally left. Now there is a question whether knowledge is belonging to us. Knowledge is an attribute of the mind, a higher mind, intellect. And when you realize that you are beyond intellect, you are the pure self, pure consciousness, then knowledge is for whom? You are Satchidananda. Of course, knowledge is a supreme asset compared to money, because when money is spent, it reduces. When knowledge is spread or shared, it increases. And it is not tangible to be destroyed or stolen. That way, it is the best of all assets. And it cannot be, removed, or it cannot be stolen, or it cannot be controlled. You have that, of course, knowledge will be controlled by the companies, by IPR. Knowledge is definitely a supreme asset compared to all other assets, including gold. Next comes gold and properties and all that, which are all again having their own limitations. Okay, next. Now we have seen enough of good bands. Ramu and Somu, 2 people are there. Ramu's characters we have seen till now. This first 3 slokas, within 3 slokas, he has given 26 values. Just see the profundity of this Gita. Just in 3 slokas, 3 verses, he has given 26 values, which are the fundamental core values of human civilization. Any scripture in the world, any religion in the world, any philosopher, any guru will tell only one or few of them. All of them don't tell all. Bible does not give all the 26. It gives 10 commandments, out of which 7 or 8 are related to ethics. And similarly in Quran, they have given the same principles, ahimsa, satyam, aksteya, aparigraham, all the same things they have given, but not as many as this. Even Patanjali has given only 10, but here is 26 are there. So Gita is much ahead of all other texts in the world. That's why Eko Shastro Devaki Putra Gita. Now we will come to Somu. Ramu we have finished. Now how is Somu behaving? I think we have an abundant number of examples in the outside world. Dambho, Darpo, I think I'll cover it fast. Dambho, Darpo, Atimanascha, Krodha, Parushamevacha. You read it yourself without opening the mics. All of you chant. Dambho, Darpo, Atimanascha. Krodha, Parushamevacha. Ajnanam chabhijatasya partha sampadamasurim. Luckily, there are only few qualities which are asuri, rakshas qualities. What are they? First is dambha, bluffing. I know one person who tells me every day that he met the Prime Minister, he met President, the ex-Prime Minister. He will go on telling such things. We don't know how to believe him. Dambha, bluffing, gappe marna. That is a rakshas quality, bad quality, asuri sampat. And darpaha, great. Oh, my, बहुत बड़ा आदमी हूँ. So मैं इतना great हूँ कि मेरे को आप सब लोग सलाम करो और मेरे को ये करो वो करो. Darpa, atimanascha, excessive self-respect, excessive arrogance and ego. Krodha, anger, we have already discussed. Parushyam, we have already discussed, being harsh in speaking. And ajnanam, the root cause of all this asuri behavior is ajnana or ignorance. Obviously, a fool or ignorant fool will behave like that. Anybody who has some wisdom, who has studied what is good and what is bad, will not behave in that manner. I am sure you are all wise people, so kindly behave like wise people, not like unwise ajnanis and asuras and rakshasas with dambho, darpo, atimanascha, krodha, parushamevacha, ajnanam cha abhijatasya partha sampadam asuri. See what a wonderful word he has used. Abhijatasya partha sampadam asuri. A person who is born very greatly with these qualities of asuri sampat, like Duryodhana, Dushasana, or Ravana, such people, Hiranyakashipa, they are born with these qualities. And they will go on displaying in a big way, not ordinary way like us. So that is how the Rakshas behavior is being shown. So Rakshas is not necessarily a person with some horns and other things. He looks very nice, he talks very nicely, but he has these qualities. You can see a lot of asuras today in political system. They will kill people. Some of these politicians must have killed hundreds of people to become ministers, chief ministers, and they'll be doing all criminal activities. And now in the next few slokas in the same chapter, such people's behavior is being explained. You'll be shocked to see how Bhagavad Gita has explained the behavior of modern day politicians or modern day criminals and modern day cheats. It will come later. Daivi sampad vimokshaya Nibandhaya surimata Mashucha sampadam daivim abhijatosi pandava. Daivi sampad vimokshaya. If you have Daivi sampad, you will get Vishesha moksha, freedom, liberation in a great, excellent manner. Nibandhaya surimata. When we say moksha, we are not talking of only about the moksha after death and not being born again and all. That kind of moksha is of course there. But even when you are alive, you will be free from your negative emotions and your problems. Because all problems are created. Most of the problems are created. Naturally occurring problems are very few. Even now, coronavirus also, it might have been created. Naturally occurring problems means cyclone, that also created because of environmental disturbances, extreme heat, extreme cold, all this climate change created. Naturally occurring problems are very few, but most of them are created. That is why the problems which are created are created by Asuri Sampat. Nibandhaya Asuri Mata. Asuri means Rakshas qualities will lead to Nibandha, bondage, problems, suffering. Today we are suffering like anything. Coronavirus, it is a created problem. Environmental crisis, and then biowarfare crisis, immorality, so many problems are created. So it is all the more, much more important to realize what is the correct path and follow it, rather than suffer like this. That's why our ancestors always insisted on the correct path, dharma. Follow dharma. Yato dharmas tato jayaha. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. If you adopt and follow dharma, you will be victorious and you will be protected. If you follow adharma, you will have to suffer. If you do everything based on adharma, you will be eliminated. So what is happening today? The very fact that the human race is suffering so much, it is a proof that the human race has adopted adharma and not dharma in the past. The result of that adharma is being enjoyed or suffered today. Mashucha sampadam daivim abhijatosi pandava. Don't cry. Mashucha means don't cry. It is as good as telling all of us today, don't cry, you follow Daivi Sampat, then you will get liberation, freedom, liberation from these problems, let alone the final liberation. What is liberation? I told the other day also, liberation, moksha has different contexts. For a hungry man who is very hungry, eating food is moksha. For a person who is having too much of sugar and too much of fat, not eating food is moksha. He will be freed from that suffering. A person with great anger, calming down is moksha at that point of time. So for the people who are now in the coronavirus situation, to be liberated from that kind of crisis itself is moksha at the present. Dai dvau bhuta vargau lokesmin daiva asura evacha. In this world, there are two types, daiva and asura. Daivo vistarasha proktaha asurim pardhame shrunu. I have already explained daiva in detail. Now I will explain asuri behavior. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasura. The asuras, they don't know what is good and what is bad. What is pravritti and what is nivritti. Pravritti is external dharma. Dharmo dvividaha. Pravritti lakshano dharma, nivritti lakshano. This is what Shankaracharya says. In the very beginning of the Gita Bhashya. So, pravritti is extraversion, external activities, social balance, dharma for that purpose. Nivritti is internal introversion for internal spiritual development, for internal individual moksha. So, for both, dharma is required. Najana vidura asura, but the asuras, they don't know either pravritti dharma or nivritti dharma. You ask anybody nowadays, what is dharma, what is pravritti dharma, what is nivritti, they will not be able to answer. I have met the chief of army staff some 10 years ago in Usman University. Asked him, sir, do you know what is dharma? I said, I never heard. What is dharma? He's asking me. Na shaucham na pichacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Among the asuras, na shaucham, purity will not be there. Na achara, achara is protocol, tradition. అంటే మడి ఆచారం ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఎటువంటి ఆచారం ఉండదు రాక్షసులకి, ఆసురులకి. నా సత్యం, ట్రూత్ ఉండదు. దే విల్ ఆల్వేస్ బి టెలింగ్ ఓన్లీ అన్ట్రూత్ అండ్ చీటింగ్. తేషు విద్యతే అసత్యం అప్రతిష్టం తే జగదాహురనీశ్వరం. దే విల్ సే గాడ్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్. దట్ ఆల్సో ఈస్ టెలింగ్ జగదాహురనీశ్వరం. He will say, there is no God, I am only God, you worship me, like Hiranyakashipu said. And they also say, this world is false and it is Shunya, which is not true. Please understand, even though in Maya, Siddhanta, Jagat Mithya, that word is there, it is in terms of Maya. Maya is both truth and untruth. It depends on the perspective. It is not untruth. Asatyam apratishtamte jagat ahur anishwaram. They say this world is not there. There is no God also. Aparaspara sambhutam kimasyat kama haitukam. So all what is there in that means aparaspara sambhutam. Whatever kama haitukam. Sexual attraction is there between man and woman. That alone is truth. And sensory enjoyments are the only truths. And go on enjoying those things. Drink, dance, and enjoy. And kama haitukam, everything is based on your own desire. Do jo chahe wo karo. Licentiousness. And no control, no law, nothing. No principles, no dharma. This kind of asuri behavior. You have seen a lot of people like that in modern times, in the ancient times also. Etam drishtim avastabhya nashtatmano alpabuddhaya. Such fools, alpabuddhis, fools, they adapt this kind of attitude of saying, negating dharma, negating Ishvara, negating the world, negating rules, but only asserting sensory pleasures, drink, dance, and enjoy. What is that our people are doing in pubs? After the whole day, working day, they go to the pubs. What are they doing? They are doing nothing but drink, dance, and enjoy. తాగి తందనాలాడుతున్నారు సిగ్గు శరం లేకుండా ఆడాలి మగాళ్ళు ఇద్దరు కలిసి. It is such a terrible thing. We are going towards asuri pravritti, and the West has already gone long back, and we are blindly copying them. So asatyam apratishtamte jagadahur anishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kimasyat kama haitukam. Now, this is important fact, the relationship between man and woman. You go to a pub, you drink, dance, and enjoy. You start dancing with any woman. Any woman will dance with any man. Then they will go and have sex, or they may take drugs. This is the kind of behavior you are seeing today. This is asuri behavior. Society is going to dogs. And such behavior is resulting in this kind of problems. Today, you cannot go to a bar, you cannot go to a liquor shop, and the first thing they open after lockdown is liquor shops. Can you believe this? It is a shameful situation. And women are also standing in the liquor shop queues. And all women are also drinking, let alone men. And children also may drink. And they may give alcohol as instead of milk to the babies also. That is the kind of situation it's coming to. Shameless, totally shameless. So aparasparasam, if sex is the only motivation of attraction between man and woman, and living together without marriage, there is no need for marriage. So there is something called dharma, and there is something called grahastha dharma. There is something called vaivahika dharma. It is not required. You behave like animals. Animals are better actually, and some of the animals will have sex with any other animal, and many of these men and women also have the same thing. This all came from West. In Western countries, in the offices itself, they will have sex with among colleagues. And anybody will get down from train or bus and have sex and come out. That is the kind of principles they follow. Or they don't know what is principle. And that kind of behavior is nothing but asuri behavior. He has explained this. Etam drishtim avashtabhya nashthatmano alpabuddhayah prabhavanti ugrakarmanah kshayaya jagato hitah. Such rakshasas who have these qualities, they are born only to destroy this world. So, ugra karmana, they do all terrible things. Terrorists also has explained. Ugra karma, ugravadi, ugra karmana. He has explained terrorists also here. Etam drishtimavastabhya, such people who have no principles, who have no values, who have no morality. In all religions, morality is being taught. All religions teach ethical principles. But nobody wants to follow all that. Nashthatmanaha, they lost themselves completely. Alpabuddhayaha, they are foolish. And prabhavanti, they will be born as terrorist kind of people. For what purpose? Kshayaya, for the destruction of Jagat Ahitaha. In the opposite direction. Hita is for the benefit of the world. Ahita is for the destruction of the world. They are born like that. Now, Kamam asritya dushpuram dambhamana madanvitaha. Kamam asritya dushpuram. They will have so many desires which cannot be fulfilled completely. Never. If you see any movie or any TV serial, they will show such characters. They will have so much money, gundas, criminals, politicians, smugglers, what are called gangsters, dadas, bhaiyas, Naxalites, terrorists, all these people you can see today. All these are being described here in this chapter. Kamamasritya dushpuram. They will be taking up desires and plans which can never be completed. They want to become firstly Karodpati, then they want to become 10 Karodpati, then they want to become 100 Karodpati, then they want to become 1000 Karodpati. I told you one day I heard one politician telling on the lady politician telling on the TV, if you give 5,000 crores, I'll give him all my properties. That means she has got 5,000 crores worth of properties. From where she has got all this? It is looting public money only. And she recently joined BJP out of all parties. And Kamamasritya dushpuram dambhamana madanvitaha. Mada. They are having complete arrogance and pride. So please note, my friends, if you behave with pride and mada with your parents or with your wife or with your husband or children, then you are also being rakshas in your behavior. Asuri sampat. Don't ever show arrogance and pride. And dambhamana madanvitaha. Mohad grihitva. They are in complete moha. Mohad grihitva. Asadgrahan pravartayante ashuchivrataha. ఊరించుటకు వలవికాని హద్దులేనటువంటి కోరికలతో ఇచ్ఛా విశేషములను పొంది దంభము మానము మదము అని దుర్గుణములతో కూడిన వారై అశుభములని అవధిగా కలిగిన కార్యములను సాధనములను అవివేకం వలన మోహం వలన స్వీకరించి అపవిత్రములకు వ్రతములను ఆశ్రయించి ఇంక్లూడింగ్ డ్రింకింగ్ డాన్సింగ్ ఆల్ దిస్ థింగ్ వ్యవహరించుచుందురు. He is explaining how the Asuri Pravritti behavior is going to be, and that is what exactly today we will find. You are able to see in front of your eyes. Ka chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upasritah. All of you read. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upasritah. Kamopabhogaramata etavaditi nischita. Kamopabhogarama etavaditi nischita. Another characteristic, they will have endless amount of worries. Chintam aparimeyam, no limit. Infinite worries and plans will be there. Pralayantam, till the end of the world, pralaya. Upasritah, they will be planning all those things, world wars, so many things. Kamopabhogarama, they are always enjoying Kama Upabhoga Rama. If you see the villain in the Hindi movies or Telugu movies, first of all, he will be in the penthouse terrace of a skyscraper in Singapore or some such city. And he will be in a swimming pool along with 10 or 15 naked girls. And who will be serving alcohol. And he will be drinking that. And he will be taking drugs also. And he will take phone calls to order murders in India, in Hyderabad, bomb blasts in Hyderabad, this kind of a thing they show, which is not untrue, which is true. All these fellows are like that only, and these are all Asuri characters that are being described here. Modern Asuras. Old Asuras are like Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Duryodhana, Dushasana, Hiranyakashipa, they are all the olden type. Now, I am going to tell something more accurate. Read the next sloka. Asha pashashatair baddha. Asha pashashatair baddha. Kama krodha parayana. Ihante kama bhogardham. Anyayena ardha sanchayan. All of you read. Asha pashashatair baddha. Kamakrodha parayana ihante kama bhogardham anyayenardha sanchaya. Now you see this. Black money is being described here. How people enjoy life with black money. Anyayena ardha sanchayan. Anyaya means illegal. Nyaya means legal, Anyaya is illegal. By illegal methods, by grabbing others' monies and doing paradravya apaharanadi kutsitamulagu margamulache anyayena. Ardha sanchayan, ante ardha means money. Sanchayan means accumulated. in large amount of black money accumulated. And ihante, for what purpose? Kama bhogartham, for enjoying various sensory pleasures like drinking, drugs, and feminizing, womanizing, and crime and all that. And they are full of kama and krodha, very angry always, and very much in desires, both sexual desires and insexual desires. Their sexual desire is so high that one wife is not sufficient. They will be going for 100 different women, both illegally and legally, by force, whatever means. Even all our big leaders are also, some of them are like that. I don't want to tell any names, you know very well. Asha Pasha Shatair Baddha, they will have hundreds of plans of desires to be fulfilled. They will be tied up in those projects of achieving those goals. Idamadhyamaya labdham imam prapse manoradham. Now, how we will be thinking? Idamadhyamaya labdham. Adya, today, idam, this one, idi, maya labdham. Itna tak to mil gaya aaj. Imam prapse man. Now I am going to try this next one, second one. Idam asti, in future I am going to achieve this much. Punar dhanam, again so much money, as if the existing money is not sufficient. Asau maya hatashatruhu. Today, this particular fellow, I have killed him. And hanishyecha aparanapi, I am going to kill my enemies also. This is how these fellows think. Even today, many politicians think like this, or many criminals think like this, many smugglers think like this. Terrorists also. Ishwaroham, I am only God. Aham bhogi, I am enjoyer. Siddhoham, I am fully successful. I am very great, strong man. Balavan sukhi. Ishwaroham, aham bhogi, siddhoham, balavan sukhi. Adhyo abhijananasmi, konyospi sadrushava. Mere saman kona is dunya mein. Nobody is there. Nobody is equal to me. Yakshe dasya vimodishya iti ajnana vimohita. I mean, now, point here is that people who go on aiming at achieving bigger and bigger things illegally, immorally, and making big plans, and I'm going to give this, I'm going to help this fellow, and so on and so forth. Iti ajnana vimohita. They are fully deluded with such ignorance. Chitta vibhranta mohajala samavrita. And they are having so many delusions in their mind. Aneka chitta vibhranta, brantulu, visheshamaina brantulu, chittamlo. Mohajala samavritaha. They are totally caught up in mohajala, the network of moha. Prasakta kama bhogeshu. They are always indulging in enjoyments of different types. Alcohol, drugs, sex, and so on and so forth. Apart from cars and properties and power and networks and so on and so forth. Patanti narake ashucha. What will happen to all of them finally? Patanti, they fall down into what? Into hell. Naraka. Ashucho, impure hell. Atma sambhavita stabdha. They will be always praising themselves. Dhanamana madanvitaha, having too much money and having too much pride. Mad. Yajante nama yajnaiste dambhena vidhipurvakam. And they will also do various pujas and yajnas without proper procedures. Because they will be doing those pujas and yajnas for achieving their own targets, which are all immoral and illegal. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samshritaha. All of you chant. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samshritaha. Mamatma paradeheshu pradishvanto abhyasuyaka. So they will have jealousy also, abhyasuya, asuya, without knowing me. Me means God. Without knowing God is Atma in other, the same self in you is also in other self. Without knowing that, they will be having jealousy, like Duryodhana had always on Pandavas. Tanaham, what will happen to all these fellows? What will I do? तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान् संसारेषु नराधमान् क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुचौ नासुरीष्वेष योनिषु. I am going to destroy them. I am going to send them to worst of the hells, and they'll be born again as Rakshasas. Asurim yoni mapanna mudha janmani janmani. One life after another, one life after another. They'll be born as Rakshasas. Mam aprapyaiva kaunteya tato yanti adhamam gatim. Without reaching me, O Kaunteya, O Arjuna, they will reach the worst of all levels, adhamam gatim, and they will go to hell. What is that hell? Trividham narakasyedam dwaram nashanam atmanah. There are 3 gates into that hell. What are those 3 gates? Dwaras, kama, krodhastadha, lobha. Kama, krodha and lobha. These are the 3 gates to hell. Entry doors. Tasma, therefore, etat trayam tyajet. Please give up these 3. Etair vimukta kaunteya tamodvarais tribhinnaraha. He whoever is freed from these 3, kama, krodha and lobha. Lobha is greed, krodha is anger, kama is desire, both sexual desire and other desires. Acharatyatmana shreyah tato yati parangatim. If you can overcome these 3 or avoid these 3, then you will be following what is good, which is Daivi Sampat. Yashastra vidhimutsrujya vartate kamakaratah na cha siddhim avapnoti na sukham na parangatim. He who abandons Shastra Vidhi, Vidhi means law, the law and direction given by Shastra. Shastramu Prakriti, Chattamu Vikriti. Dharma Shastra mein Chattamain, law, constitutional. So those who go against the law of the Shastras and performs actions as per his own will and pleasure, Kamakarataha, Nasa Siddhim avapnot. Because whatever you do in this world, you cannot do whatever you like. You have to do what the Shastra says. Suppose you go around and beating people or looting people or kidnapping people, you will be punished. It is against the Shastra, against the law. Nasa siddhim avapnot, na sukham, na param. You will not get happiness or any other higher development. Now the last sentence is very important. Tasmat shastram pramanam te. All of you chant. Open your mics if you want. We are come to the end. Tasmat shastram pramanam te.
Tasmat shastram pramanante.
Arya karya vyavasthitau.
Karya vyavasthitau.
Yatva shastra vidhanoktum.
Gnatva shastra vidhanoktam.
Karma kartumiharhasi.
Karma kartumiharhasi.
Once again, we'll chant 3 times. All of you chant 3 times. Tasmat shastram pramanante.
Tasmat shastram pramanante.
Arya karya vyavasthitau.
Karya vyavasthitau.
Yatva shastra vidhanoktum.
Gnatva shastra vidhanoktam.
Karma kartumiharhasi.
Karma kartumiharhasi.
Once again, tasmat shastram pramanam te. You should memorize this. Tasmat shastram pramanam te.
Tasmat shastram pramanante.
Karya karya vyavasthitau.
Karya vyavasthitau.
Yatva shastra vidhanoktum.
Gnatva shastra vidhanoktam.
Karma kartumiharhasi.
Karma kartumiharhasi.
Now I'll explain. Therefore, tasmat means therefore. Mute your mics, all of you. Therefore, shastram pramanam te. Shastra should be your pramana, your standard. Proof. For what? For karyas, all actions, and akaryas. For non-actions, what you should not do. what you should do and what you should not do. For both purposes, the book, the code, the criminal code, or Bhagavad Gita, or Manusmriti, or Indian Constitution, whatever is the book, the law, company law, whatever it is, that becomes your reference standard. Jnatva, first of all, you should know what it is saying. Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam, whatever is mentioned or said in the Shastra, first you know, then karma kartum iharhasi. You shall execute that kind of karma which is prescribed by the Shastra. So this is very important. It's called the people of the book. We have many books. Christians and Muslims have only one book, but we have many books. We have Gita, we have Vedas, we have Manusmriti, and modern day constitution, and so on and so forth. So first you should know what is mentioned there, and you should adopt it and practice it in your life. This is the final statement. Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu
इति
Brahma
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
Yoga Shastre
योगशास्त्रे
Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे
Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yogo Nama
दैवासुरसम्पद्विभागयोगो नाम
Shodashodhyayah.
षोडशोऽध्यायः.
Yes, now you can ask me all the questions which you are waiting to ask on this chapter. Open the mic and ask any questions.
What or belongs to us? Sir, Sattva Guna can be belong with us?
No. See, when we say what belongs to us, objects do not belong to you. You think they belong to you. You can think whatever you want. You can think this land belongs to you. You can think this water belongs to you. You can think your air belongs to you. Like, you know, you are traveling in a train. That particular seat allocated to you belongs to you. How long? Once you get down, it doesn't belong to you. Somebody else will come. So, it's all temporarily assigned to you. It doesn't mean it belongs to you. Yes, Sattva Guna is inside yourself. Knowledge is inside yourself. It belongs to you to some extent, provided you can maintain it. It is very difficult to maintain Sattva Guna. People will get angry, people will get emotional, people will get greedy, people will get... all bad qualities will start coming. It is not easy to maintain Sattva Guna. If it really, you can maintain Sattva Guna, then definitely if it belongs to you, then you are a great person. Then the next question is, human being is facing a lot of challenges and problems. He is not happy with his life. How can he lead divine life? Very good question. The only way to know how he can live divine life is to study and understand Bhagavad Gita and follow it. First thing is to study and understand. Then second step is to implement it, follow in your life. That is the only way you can. Because Bhagavad Gita is summary of all scriptures, Vedas, Shastras, and so on. Next question.
There is one question. Knowledge belongs to us, Jnana. And another question is for them. They feel going to pub is moksha. How?
No, tamasic. If you take a pig, for example, a pig will find it very comfortable to be in the drainage. If you ask the pig to come out and take bath and do Surya Namaskar, it will not do. So it is their samskar. If somebody is addicted to alcohol, drinking alcohol is like drinking amrutam for that person. And somebody is addicted to sex and prostitution, that itself will be attractive. That is the level to which that person has fallen. A pig or such animals are also like that. That's natural. The asuri pravritti is so strong that they are becoming addicted and dependent on it completely. They will not be able to come out of it. Knowledge just belongs to you, provided you grow it and you maintain it and you implement it. Knowledge is jnana. Implement it. If like Ravana had so much knowledge, but how much was implementing? What was he implementing? So having knowledge is not adequate. You should implement. Knowledge will go also. After some time, it will go. If you don't practice or we don't teach, that's why in the Upanishads, in Taittiriya Upanishad, you should always learn and always teach. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam ma pramaditavyam. If you don't teach, your knowledge also will go. It doesn't belong to you. If you teach and if you practice, then only you are acharya, then it belongs to you. But again, belongs to you means what? Your mind, to your intellect, not to the self. Self doesn't have anything. Okay, the next question is, out of 24 gunas, some should be matched during marriage. How it can be checked? That can be checked in the astro. Of Rakshasa gunas. Is there any way to remove Pura Samskara? Yes, it is there. And that is by tapasya, pranayama, dhyana, yoga, japa, kirtana, chanting. All these things will remove the samskaras gradually, not suddenly. Gradually. And satsanga. I told you yesterday also, the best way is satsanga. Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. You can reach moksha also while being alive. Jivan mukti is reaching moksha while being alive. Starts with satsanga. Satsanga leads to nisangatva. Nisangatva leads to nirmohatva. Nirmohatva leads to nischalatatva. Nischalatatva leads to jivan mukti. Yes, any other question?
Sir,
Yes, I got one more question. How should all 24 gunas be achieved in, is it by having a guru or by practicing divine knowledge? Both. Guru will also tell you the same thing. I will tell you to practice. The influence of the guru is important. Guru means mother is also guru, father is also guru, a teacher is also guru. I am also a guru. You are also going to be gurus for somebody or to your students. So the influence of the teacher makes a lot of difference. If the teacher himself is corrupt, then his teachings will never be successful. So if the teacher is successful and powerful, then the students also will be successful. And you have to put your own efforts, both. Your own efforts, studying, learning from guru, practicing. It's a continuous process. It's a lifetime process. Many lifetime process. Many lifetimes will be required. Okay?
sir,
Right. We are
Sir.
closing the today.
sir,
You want-
one question, sir.
Yes.
You have resembled Vikram Betal in between, right? So it's the same like 24 Chakras Radha, and the same characters been involved in this chapter Bhagavad Gita, 16th one.
Well, maybe I cannot deny it. Vikramaditya is one of the greatest beings ever born. He had all these qualities, almost all these qualities he had. Acquired with great difficulty, and he ruled the empire for a very long time. That empire included outside India also, including Arabia and so many other countries. Okay, let's close it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good day.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Nitesh, good morning.
Mm,
It's quite busy seems. No mic, Nitesh? It's type. No mic.
mm.
Sir, we will close off this call and then you know, there are a lot of people coming and joining. We'll close off this and I'll give you a call for you, sir. आपसे मैं फोन पे बात करूँगा.
Okay.
सुरेंद्र सर, मैं आपसे भी फोन पे बात करूँगा.
ओके ओके सर, वो रिकॉर्डिंग भी क्लोज कर दीजिए.